Welcome to Writing with Amanda Lee. If you're new here, hi, hello. Welcome to your first video. If you've seen my previous videos, then welcome back. For those who don't know, this is my YouTube channel, dedicated to tutorials and information about literary editing. I like to take some time to walk people through my editing process so that they understand what they're choosing by working with me as an editor. I believe in transparency and think it's a practice that more businesses could use these days. Today I'm going to go over the setup for a Curriculum Vitae, otherwise known as a CV. For those who missed my last video, I went over the best steps for creating a standard resume for recent college graduates, first-time job seekers, and those looking to start new careers. I've seen many self-proclaimed resume specialists use the terms resume and CV interchangeably, so I want to reiterate that a CV is not a standard resume. A resume is designed to show prior work experience related to the particular job of interest. A CV is designed to show prior work experience and relevant educational background relevant to the particular job of interest. Resumes list the educational facilities that you attended. CVs go deeper by including any educational achievements, specific courses related to the job for which you are applying, and other accomplishments related to your career and educational background. CVs are typically one page for recent college graduates and entry-level job seekers, while senior-level job seekers typically have anywhere between 2 and 3 pages for a CV. Meanwhile, a standard resume, like the one that we worked on last time, is a 2-page maximum. I'm not going to fill out this template like I did in the last video, but I'll go over the whole thing with you to help you fill it out yourself. If you like this template setup and find it useful, it's available for purchase on my website, along with a copy of the standard resume that we did last time. There's also a mini resume template, which I plan to cover in a future video. As you can see, this template highlights sections in yellow. These sections are completely editable and can be altered on the template document. You can also change the theme and font to fit your desired design, though black and white is typically the cleanest. Just like with the standard resume, you'll fill out your first and last name and your contact information first thing. You'll enter your phone number, preferred email, and any public profile you see fit to include. Just type in the website's name, highlight it, and insert the hyperlink so that when you turn it into a PDF document, the link will be accessible. Just under your basic information, you'll see a section for an overview of your career goals and skills. This is the same thing as your summary on a standard resume. This should generally only be 2 to 3 sentences to avoid clutter and over-explanation. Typically, I prefer to complete this last, but that's a personal preference. Next, you're going to fill in your educational background information. You want to put in your entries in reverse chronological order. You'll enter your educational facility, the degree level achieved at the facility, your year of completion, and a bulleted list of courses relevant to your chosen career path. For example, if you're aiming to go into the medical field or lab field, you'll want to highlight mathematics and science-related courses, especially extracurriculars, honors courses, and any other relevant courses to your career. Side note, if you want to include societies, honor programs, awards, or other accomplishments here, you can. But there is a place for this further down in the document to help with organization. Under the education section, you'll see a section dedicated to work experience. You'll want to include the job title, the employer you worked for, a contact number or email, and the months and years you worked at this particular location. Again, this should be listed in reverse chronological order. Note that you want to use past tense action verbs throughout this document. Don't use first person present tense. Describe responsibilities and achievements in the bulleted list provided. Don't be afraid to brag. This is exactly the place for it. If you were promoted or given a raise, put it down. Every accomplishment is worth noting. Look up keywords related to the position you're applying for. These can be easily found through a quick Google search. If you aren't getting interviews, try adding or rearranging your keywords. Another fantastic place to implement keywords is the skills section of the CV. Here you can fill out any unused keywords from your previous Google search. You should include as many as possible, but don't lie about what your skills are. If you claim to have skills in computer functions, but your experience doesn't go any further than Microsoft Office and Skype, it's going to be pretty easy to find out. You'll see that the remainder of the document is made up of optional sections that you can either include or remove from the document at your discretion. The publications section is dedicated to academic research papers and articles, as well as other professional publications that have been peer reviewed or accredited by an educational institution. You should include the publication year and date, where it was published, and your role in the publication, whether you were a writer, editor, researcher, or co-author. Then you want to include 1 to 2 sentences in summary of the publication's contents. The awards and honors section was mentioned earlier. Here, you'll put down any awards or honors program accomplishments you partook in during either your educational or professional background. Include awards or special recognitions you have received throughout your educational and professional careers and the year you achieved them. You can also include the reason you were honored, but it isn't required. The presentation section is dedicated to any speeches or educational or work-related presentations that you've given. Include the name of the presentation, the name of the conference, event, or institution, the location, and the date the presentation was given. Specify if it was an invited talk, such as a TED Talk, or a competitive peer-reviewed presentation. Focus on presentations that align with the job description. These should be listed in reverse chronological order, just like we've done with the rest of the document. And briefly mention the impact, such as awards won, or if it was to a high-level audience. Finally, you have the option to include any professional memberships relevant to your chosen career. If you're a member of a union or organization, this is where you'll want to list it, along with your status, organization name, and years active. There you have it. You're ready to submit your custom CV. If you found this video helpful, let me know in the comments, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button to keep up with more helpful templates, walkthroughs, and tips. I'll also be posting movie and book reviews, along with a few other select projects, to my channel over time. I plan to post movie reviews once per month and to set a general release schedule for these walkthrough videos. If you're interested in formatted, ready-to-go templates, I'll list my website below. There you'll find helpful templates that you can use as a job seeker, student, or a writer. One-time purchase, unlimited downloads. That's all for now. See you next time.